Nightly greetings to all. I am William Theo and this is PTV News Now. With barely a month left on the Youth Council and village elections in end October, the Philippine National Police or PNP has recommended the Comelec to take over the administration of the polls in 99 red category villages in Maguindanao. If heeded by the poll body, this course of action is a preemptive move to deter and or contain any disruptive activities, shenanigans, or bad actors who seek to put their thumbs on the October polls. These 99 designated localities by the police are essentially election hotspots where the presence of armed groups could easily escalate in unwanted violence from contending candidates, their families, and private armies. The Maguindanao Provincial Peace Order Council earlier had recommended to let police officers from other regions serve election board officers in the event teachers cannot perform their duties on election day. Yesterday, a 300-man police team from Maguindanao del Sur completed a 3-day crash course in administering and managing the barangay and SK elections, Sermi said. Meanwhile, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin wrapped up his first tour of duty across Africa, where he paid a visit to the East African countries of Somalia, Kenya, then crossing over to Angola, a first by a ranking Washington official. VOA Pentagon correspondent Carla Babb traveled with Austin and filed this report.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin started his tour in Djibouti, home to the primary U.S. military base on the African continent. There, he met with Djiboutian leaders and the Somali president, whose forces, Austin said, had made more progress against the Al-Shabaab terror group in the past year than the previous 5 years combined. Austin then turned to Kenya.
How are you?
He visited a base in Manda Bay near the Somali border, where a terrorist attack in 2020 killed 3 Americans.
Message here being very clear that the war on terror still remains top on the agenda of the American government.
The American and Kenyan defense secretaries signed a 5-year security agreement to support working together against their common terror threat. Austin also pledged $100 million in support of Kenyan security deployments as Kenya prepares to lead a multinational peacekeeping mission to Haiti to combat gang violence.
Kenya is ready, Kenya is willing to lead that multinational peacekeeping force that will go to Haiti.
Austin ended his trip on Africa's western coast in Angola, the first U.S. Defense Secretary to ever visit the country. Both nations are hopeful that Angola can dump Russia as its arms supplier and opt for American-made weapons.
Africa deserves better than outsiders trying to tighten their grip on this continent. Africa deserves better than autocrats selling cheap guns and pushing mercenary forces like the Wagner Group or depriving grain from hungry people around the world.
Austin called out African military juntas without naming Burkina Faso, Gabon, Mali, or Niger. It was his most forceful rhetoric since the military removed Niger's elected president from power in July.
When generals overturn the will of the people and put their own ambitions above the rule of law, security suffers and democracy dies. Militaries exist to defend their people and not to defy them. And Africa needs militaries that serve their citizens and not the other way around.
France decided this week to withdraw its military forces from Niger by the end of the year. And analysts say the U.S. could follow suit should the Nigerian military not return the elected government to power.
Niger has become the key hub, the key center of counterterrorism operations for the U.S. and France in the region. And if it's cut back, or if it's reduced, or if it's ended, there is no other assets in the region that the U.S. can use.
The U.S. has so far kept its forces in Niger, but the Pentagon has declined to conduct counter-terror operations with Niger's military. Carla Babb, VOA News, Luanda, Angola.
At this juncture, let's see what's cooking in the Cordilleras from Eddie Carta. Eddie?
Naimbagarabi, Pilipinas, iti kalipas aluson na qualifying leg iti Philippine ROTC Games 2023, nakagunod ti Sangapula Gold, 2 silver kaninuma bronze medals ti Cordillera Administrative Region. Rank 1 ti University of Baguio, rank 8 ti Fogao State University, ken rank 18 ti Benguet State University. Sigon iti Commission on Higher Education Cordillera, ninamnamadan akastoy tagbali na performance dagiti Cordilleran athletes. Tapno mapapigsapay ti performance ti Highland Warriors iti National Championship iti Philippine ROTC Games 2023 into October 23 to 27, 2023, panggap ti Ched Car amang pataod pa iti certified sports coaches.
Wherein these coaches po can teach or trains our members of the sports team para di na po natin kailangan kumuha sa ibang region or mag-hire sa labas. And this will help na rin po our office in conducting sports clinic in the future para sa ating mga atleta because we at Ched Car wants to ensure that the Cordilleran athlete will step up in our big goal.
Iti sabali pa damag para kadagiti applicants ti PME Entrance Examination 2023, ang report da iti scheduled examination day daw wenno iti duang aldaw nga schedule ti eksaminasyon. Mabalin nga report dagiti walk-in applicants inton September 30 aging October 1, 2023 nga magdepende ti availability ti slots. Agturong dalang kadagiti napili at testing center ang makita ti screen. Kadagiti online wenno mail applicants agala dalang iti printer exam permit with latest 2x2 picture can valid ID. Para mat kaditi walk-in applicants, agala da iti duly accomplished cadet application form, PSA birth certificate form 137138, no transcript of records, latest 2x2 picture can valid ID. Agisuot dagiti applicants iti white t-shirt, long pants, can closed shoes. Para iti kanayon ng impormasyon, kontakan lang ti numero da ang makita iti screen. Dagiti damdamag manipon iti PTV Cordillera siyak ni Eddie Carta, Naimbag, Arabi.
And that's a wrap for today. This is William Theo wishing you all a wonderful, restful evening ahead and reminding you to work hard, dream big, don't sweat the petty, be kind, and get the news right here on PTV.